Hi everybody, I'm Melissa. Welcome back to Cloud Mom. This is month 6 with your baby, month 6 with my baby Bracy. Your baby will see their pediatrician for a 6-month checkup. At this visit, your doctor will check your baby's weight, the circumference of their head, their length. He will look at your baby's responsiveness. He will see how your baby seems to be doing in terms of back and neck strength, in terms of turning his head and mobility. At their 6-month appointment, your baby will be given their 3rd dose of the DTaP, the PCV13. They may or may not get a 3rd dose of the rotavirus vaccine and the Hib, depending on which brand they've been given. After 6 months, the CDC also recommends an influenza or flu shot vaccine, which may require a booster. If your child has had 2 doses of this vaccine in a given year, the next year they will only require 1 dose. At the 6-month appointment, your doctor also might be looking to see whether or not your baby's teeth have come in. Some baby will be getting teeth as early as 4 months, and others won't get teeth until 12 months. When it comes to cleaning teeth, you don't need to worry about toothbrushes or toothpaste at this stage. A clean towel or a piece of gauze with which you just simply wipe the teeth and the gums clean after meals is enough. By 6 months, many babies are holding their head up securely and they're able to turn their head from side to side with a lot of strength and without wobbling. They're able to sit up with support, and many babies are able to put significant weight on their legs with support. During tummy time, many babies can push up to their elbows. Some are even starting to crawl. The average age at which babies begin to crawl is between 6 and 7 months. But there's a lot of variety to this also. Some babies will do a kind of army-like crawl. Some babies will sort of shuffle. Some babies will never crawl, and they will go immediately to cruising and walking. The more time your baby spends in tummy time, the earlier they will crawl. At 6 months, many babies are playing with their hands. They can bring things to their mouth, including their thumb. Some babies are playing with their toes, which is very inconvenient during diaper changes. And many babies are playing at holding the bottle, although few can actually hold the bottle already in a secure fashion. Many babies will turn over from stomach to back, and others will be turning over from back to stomach. Your 6-month-old will continue babbling and will be increasingly throwing in other vowels and even consonants. I notice this with Bracy. I can see him trying to say ha, ha, and ga, ga. When he looks at me and talks to me, you can actually see him trying to talk. Talking about activities, dancing with your baby is a great activity for 6 months. Tummy time continues to be a great activity. Gentle sit-ups continues to be a great activity, and just generally walking along around with your baby, holding your baby in a secure fashion, but you can loosen up your grip a little bit and allow them to have a little more movement as long as you are making sure that they're secure. Keep reading to your baby, talking to your baby about everything you do, kissing your baby, holding your baby, hugging your baby, and enjoying your baby. One of the big milestones that comes around at 6 months is the introduction of solid foods. Solid foods is one of those things we all tend to get really intimidated over, almost like breastfeeding or potty training. At Bracy's 6-month checkup, the doctor recommended the following diet. He said that first thing in the morning I should give breast milk, then put him down for a nap. After he wakes up from the nap, he should have breast milk, and then he should have lunch, which should be a puree with chicken and different green vegetables and carrots, a whole panoply of vegetables, and he did not recommend doing one food at a time. After the afternoon breast milk session, he recommended that Bracy have a quarter of a pear, a banana, and an apple that we pureed and put together. And at night that Bracy have some corn or rice cereal mixed with breast milk or formula. And this is the diet that I've been following, and it's been working really, really well. If your family has a history of allergies, you might want to introduce one new food at a time for several days, up to 3 days, so that you make sure your baby doesn't have an allergic reaction. Once you've made sure that your baby is good with all these foods, you can then start to mix them and come up with new combinations, mixing in chicken and different types of vegetables into the same puree. That said, many experts now recommend a more diverse array of foods from the get-go. My biggest tip when it comes to solids is to give the milk first. I had a lot of trouble trying to feed hungry babies solids before they'd had their milk. And I found that when I do the milk feeding first and then give the couple spoonfuls or small amount of the solids, that my baby was much more willing to try the food, much calmer, and that he ate the food anyway. I also think this is a great thing to do because during the first 12 months, your baby's primary source of nutrition is breast milk or formula. So this way, you're ensuring that your baby is getting what they need. You'll see the quantity of breast milk that your baby gets going down slightly once solids are introduced, although not significantly. Bracy currently weighs 11.8 pounds. Here's how I calculate how much breast milk he needs. I take his weight in pounds, I multiply it by ounces. That's 11.8 pounds times 16. I divide that number by 6. That is how much breast milk Bracy needs over a 24-hour period. When I divide that by 5, I see how much breast milk he gets per feeding at 6 months because he's now doing 5 feedings. That number is 6.2 ounces or 188 milliliters. So with all that said, here's a schedule for breastfeeding, the introduction of solids, and sleep for a 6-month-old baby. 7 a.m. feed, sleep from 9:30 to 11. 11 a.m. feed, followed by a vegetable puree, then a nap. 3 p.m. feed, then a fruit puree, followed by a nap from 6 to 7. 7 p.m. feed, then rice or corn cereal mixed with breast milk. Put your baby down to sleep then from about 8:30 to 11, and at 11 p.m., give your baby the top-off feed. The calculation for formula feeding amounts remains the same through month 6, although you might see the amount of formula that your baby takes declining slightly once you introduce solid foods. What you do is take your baby's weight, multiply it by 2 to 2.5, and that is what your baby needs over a 24-hour period. You then divide that by the number of feedings you're doing, which is most likely 5. Here's a schedule that includes formula feeding, the introduction of solids, and sleep for a 6-month-old baby. 7 a.m. bottle followed by a nap from 9:30 to 11. An 11 a.m. bottle followed by a vegetable puree, then a nap from 1:30 to 3. 3 p.m. bottle followed by a fruit puree, and then a nap from 6 to 7. 7 p.m. bottle followed by rice or corn cereal mixed with formula, back to sleep at 8 p.m., 11 p.m. final bottle, and then right back to sleep. At his 6-month appointment, Bracy weighed 5.3 kilos, which equals 11.8 pounds. His doctor was very pleased. His cheeks are rosy, and he's taking great naps during the day and sleeping super well at night from about 11 to 8 in the morning. Whew. That was a long 6 months for Mom. Bracy continues to light up our life, literally. I have so much fun playing with him and talking to him that it's actually really hard to get anything done. He's just a total smiler and a really happy baby. He's got some nice roly-poliness going on, and he's just a bundle of joy. My kids have been so helpful in terms of changing him, giving him the bottle, playing with him, encouraging him to do sit-ups. It's been a wonderful, wonderful experience and a great way to show these teenagers how valuable and wonderful it is and can be to take care of somebody else. So all in all, although this experience has certainly come with its challenges, it's been priceless. I'm wishing all of you guys the best of luck with your beautiful, beautiful babies, and I can't wait to see you back next time for month 7.